Fun time.
GNT Sports coming at you one more time. Look, usually get into a whole entire joint, but it's something that we want to start off first while we got him. This man right here. That man right there. Right now, that man right there is down in Cowboys Nation or Cowboys Country representing the Dallas Cowboys. Boom, the promoter.
Yes. What's going on, y'all? I had to come to the dungeon, man. I had to come holler at my people, man, because you know what I mean. Y'all getting by the skin of y'all teeth, man. I had to come down here, man, holler at my guys, man, and say, listen, if we can't catch them, we gonna catch them when we need to catch them. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the playoffs. You know what I mean? We going to playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, we talking about the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We also gonna be predicting who we think gonna make it and how far people gonna get on the day's episode. I'm in my home, baby. What other place to be? Where else would you rather be, man? But here in Dallas, Texas, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. We're back with the boys. Kev,
Sure.
in the corner. Say what's up, Kev.
What's going on, everybody? Sean, looks like you're having a good time down there, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know for parental, parental rights. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can show y'all what's going on in the background, but yeah, I'm having a good time, man. Yeah.
And as always, Joel, what's up, homie?
What's going on, everybody? Ready to roll for this episode. Great win last week, and Tone really down there and letting them know. Just for real, that's what you're down there really letting them know.
No,
He trying to give them the scoop, letting them know what's going on up here. You're like, look, I'm from Philly. Them boys is for real. That's what you down there doing.
Yo, what's funny about that, right?
You doing.
Yo, what's funny about that, right? I was at the bar, right, and asked the bartender, me and the bartender chick talking, and I was like, yo, I'm from out of town, and she was like, where you from? I was like, I'm from Philly. She's like, oh, me too. And I was like, oh, for real, you from Philly? She was like, yeah. She's like, are you an Eagles fan? I said, no. No. What are you talking about? She was like, what? What? Are you kidding me? How? I said, bitch, I'm a Cowboys fan. What is wrong with you, yo? What is wrong with you, yo? I said, no. I said, what you doing down here, though? I mean, we got a little sidebar conversations, but no.
Don't shit.
Don't give. No, I actually gave her an all right little tip. I shouldn't have because she told me that. You know what I mean? But no, she did her job, man. So I had to roll. You know what I mean?
All right, so Tom, look, I want to go ahead and start right with you because I know our time with you at this moment right now is going to be a little limited because I know you're about to go to one spot to another. But,
right.
Now, from the point of view of a Dallas Cowboy fan in Dallas, what's the vibe like for y'all? You got a big game going on tomorrow. Y'all going against Seattle, and that's not going to be that's not a chump game. Like they're gonna have to bring their A game in order for them to go ahead and take care of that team. What's the vibe like over there in Dallas?
Oh man, the vibe obviously, down here, man. Just like it be every year when I come out here. They ride and die, man. Just like how it is, obviously, amongst y'all, in the city, man. They love this team down here, man. Just as much, if not more, than me. But the vibe is, that we gonna smack some Seahawks ass, man. You know what I mean? That's one bird that we gonna put down, and then obviously we know what's gonna happen next week. So, the vibe is great down here, man. We love it, man. The air smells good too, man. I just love it, man. Just love it. I'm happy, man. Just love it.
I hate him so much right now, man.
He said, it smells good out here.
Listen, man, I was a
smells
fan of Tone, but he dropped the dime on this one because so he wear them shades. Tom, you're supposed to be wearing them shades so I can get a little
No.
reflection
That's
action.
I'm not podcast ready. All my stuff is at the setup. When I get back,
No, but but you don't have that same scenery that you got going on right now.
oh, you talking about that back at the when I'm at the crib? You talking about?
Where are you at right now? The reflection off of your glasses and see what's going on in it. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to see what you got going on in your room or in your crib. Like, bro, I want to see what you're looking at right now.
You're right.
Anyway,
You got me, man.
I'll let you slide.
No. You damn right, man. You damn right. Shame on me, cause you right. Cause I'm looking at something right now that you right, man. You are absolutely correct, man.
It's past Thanksgiving, but I know there's a lot of turkey out there.
Yeah. Well, it's some little Cornish hens, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I gotta go somewhere else for the turkeys, but it's all right though. It's all right, man.
All right, cool.
All right, so what's your real quick prediction when it comes to the game that you're going to tomorrow?
But the game I'm going to tomorrow, my prediction, obviously, of course, I'm gonna ride with my squad. I think. Don't get me wrong. I think Seattle was maybe a better team probably in the beginning stages of the year. Look like they running into a wall right now, and they not as good as we thought. They were. So
Don't let them off the
it's
hook.
a big game. It's a big game for me only on this reason alone, so people can just shut the fuck up and talk about we ain't beat nobody. You know what I mean? Over 500. You know what I'm saying? So if anything for me, you know what I mean? That's big for me. As far as that goes on that, but. I think we're gonna handle them just like we've been doing, in recent weeks, man. So I ain't too worried.
What about y'all? What y'all think about the game tomorrow?
I mean, last week we were talking about the most disappointing teams, and we're saying how Chargers and the Saints are too inconsistent, and they just on paper they should be good. Seattle's another one. I mean, this whole year they've been up and down. I mean, coming off of a surprise season last year with Geno making the playoffs, and on paper, I mean, they not saying they can win the division, but they at least get a decent record and get in the dance. But I mean, it's not looking good right now. Obviously, they're missing their running back, and that's what's hurting them. But overall, I mean, they're just another team that's just been inconsistent. And I think it's going to show again tomorrow night.
Your turn, Joel.
Right, yeah, man. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. They got a key injury. And even with Walker in the game, I think they would have had trouble. I mean, it's easily going to be a win for Dallas, in my opinion. Geno and I mean, they just I think everybody got the playbook on them and know what they expect with that team from last year, so they know how to prepare for them. But I don't think they're ready for Dallas. So Dallas should easily win. They're a 9-point favorite too. But short week and Dallas home, so I'm thinking Dallas is going to take that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a kind of an easy win for him too. It's almost like do you have faith in Geno Smith? No, because I see him in Seahawks blue and green. I just remember Geno Smith from the Giants, and it's the same guy, just a different uniform. So I think the Geno Smith that we all was expecting is actually here. I think we actually see him, and him not having that safety blanket, which is Mr. Walker, that running back. Him not having him injured is going to hurt a whole lot, and it's going to be a lot on Geno's shoulders. And I don't know if he's actually capable of actually pulling them out of the hole, and that Dallas is going to go ahead and throw him in, because I can see Dallas easily putting up 40 points. Easily. They're like the dog walk on bums. So I can easily see them putting up 40 points on these boys, and the game's not going to be close. But it'll probably be the best Thursday night game we've seen in a long time, though.
Yeah, it's been crappy, man.
There's been a lot of bad Thursday night games, except ours. But other than that, man, there hasn't been a whole lot of good Thursday night games. So it's good that we're going to at least see something that's going to be something that's going towards the playoffs and what can actually happen there. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. And you're going to be there. 100,000 people strong, Tone. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, man, I can't wait. This obviously be my first time there this season. You know what I mean? To be amongst, the fans, and hopefully I get out there early enough to even go, tailgate, because it ain't too bad weather-wise down here. It's like in the 60s. Well, it was earlier, you know what I mean? So it was pretty decent. So that part should be, cool. I know. I see you had muted my John. I know I'm somewhere where he probably is drowning out. You know what I mean. The rest of y'all, if y'all on. So I muted when I finished, speaking. But yeah, man. I just know like I did want to. We gonna get into if we get into it. That the Tim Donaghy joint, the referee joint, because me and Joel had spoke on that a little bit before the show ended last week. If we want to chime in, I don't know if you got a chance to watch that, this week, Larry. But yeah, that's a crazy joint, and it just seems like now it's starting to be a relevant thing now. They starting to talk about it a little bit more. They bringing some things up, some unheard, things in the league, man. I also heard, man, that LeBron, him leaving Cleveland the first time to go to Miami. Yo, what's up? Yeah. We on. Um, when he left Cleveland the first time to go to Miami, it wasn't because like he wanted to go like just join Miami and Chris Bosh and D Wade. They said that year the whole NBA pretty much was free agents. And they said that because it's a thing out there. They were saying that if LeBron didn't go to Miami, he wouldn't have won those 2 championships in Miami.
Yeah.
They were saying BS because they was like people was going to follow him regardless of where he went. He could have went to Minnesota. They said that D Wade. Well, I don't know. They didn't say actually like the players that he played with in Miami was going, but they said he had to follow regardless. So they was like he was going to get championships with whatever team he chose to go to, and they said it was supposed to be the Knicks or it was the Knicks and another team, two teams with big markets. So the Miami thing wasn't even really shouldn't even have been really a thing for him. He stepped out because they said Dirk was a free agent that year. Joe Johnson. It was just a whole lot of like talent that was free agent. Chris Bosh, obviously, D Wade. They all were free agents. The whole NBA top players were free agents. So everybody was just like, oh, what team are we going to play for? But and then they say LeBron got criticized for that when he shouldn't have been. Like, the way he left wasn't the way we looked at him leaving. Like, oh, he just wanted to join a super team. He couldn't do it on his own in Cleveland, so he went to jump ship. No, like Gilbert Arenas. This is what I heard explain it. Gilbert Arenas was like, no, that wasn't the thing around the time of the league, and people know that. Players know that around the league. They said the media flipped all of that and turned it into what they turned it into, him being the super. He said that's where all the hate for Bron started to come.
Yep.
When that happened and and they started to question his legacy. I was like, yo, that was pretty decent information that I heard about that. Because obviously, I was one of the ones that was like, oh, he's just trying to jump ship and go win some rings. He can't do it by himself. I mean, nobody can do it by themselves. But you know what I mean? With certain people, I do give an extra ammo. You know what I mean? When you hear about something, so. I was just like, damn. So that made me like a little step back a little bit on his decision, to do that.
Yeah. Like Tone ready to go ahead and bounce out for right now. Think his ride finally went ahead and arrived. But yo, that's deep. I mean, I you totally forget about the fact. Now we're gonna go back to the NFL, but we totally forget about the fact that all those free agents was available at that time. But it's almost like when Tom Brady was cut loose, everybody was on the Tom Brady watch. You forgot about all the other free agents that was there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you just concentrate on where Tom Brady's going. It's the same thing with LeBron. All I remember is LeBron that free agent season. I forgot about Dirk, Hall of Famer. No, Joe Johnson. Like Joe Johnson. Yo, he was giving that work at that time. Like
Right.
that was a major move. And for those players to all be moved, Chris Bosh, Hall of Famer, right? Yeah, Hall of Famer, right? Yeah. All Hall of Famer players all being moved in that offseason. But I only remember LeBron. Like that's the first thing I remember is I'm taking my towns in Miami, the South Beach.
Right. Yeah, man, he gets criticized for that, but I mean, the ultimate goal for you as an athlete is to win the chip. So obviously, it's like at least it wasn't one of them things like, dang, like yo, I want to get traded right now. Send me to Milwaukee. I'm only want to go. I mean, he only wanted to go to Miami actually, but you know what I'm saying? Like these guys are demanding trade while they're under contract. At least he waited as free agent, and like Tone said, like you getting little nuggets now where it didn't matter what team he was on. They was going to follow him anyway because they knew the potential of getting that ring was highly likely than not. You know what I mean? And you got some players, some great players, look at Harden, still bouncing around trying to figure out where to go to try to find a ring, whatever. Like, I mean, at this point, you know what I mean? Like, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, as far as like, players like wanting to win. And it's like, dude, I mean, the only thing that I'll say about LeBron, man, like since he stepped on the court, he's lived up to the hype. He's done a lot of crazy things since day one. He took the team right to the playoffs. Like, I mean, dude's phenomenal. So, like, I feel like he did his part in Cleveland. They didn't put pieces around him. They were handcuffed as far as the salary cap went, and they couldn't bring anybody there. So him trying to find a place where they had that flexibility to do it, like I don't blame Lion. I truly don't hold it against him, honestly. So
I agree.
I've always been Team LeBron. Like I mean, dude's just phenomenal. Not to mention all the stuff that he does off the court, man. A lot of people talk about doing this and that, whatever. Like that dude's doing some. A lot of people don't even read into it, and talk a lot, but things that he's doing for young up and coming kids that's like been through a lot of stuff, and it's amazing like what that dude's done.
Absolutely.
Yo, what they also said was that Cleveland didn't want to spend the money.
Right.
They said
I
Brown.
remember that part.
They said Brown went into the office and talked to them like, listen, we got to bring somebody in here that help me win. You know who they went and signed? They went and signed Shaq. At that time, obviously, Shaq was
Yeah,
done.
he was
He
done.
was
Yeah, he
done.
was done.
And they signed Antoine Jameson, who was also done as well. Like
Yeah,
that was who they
Cowboys.
went. That was who they went and got like that year. And Brown was like, no, I'm not doing this, man. We're not winning with these guys, man. So, like you say, he took his talents to South Beach, man. And then, you know what I also heard? Y'all seen, obviously, the other day, Chris Paul, when he got ejected from the game.
Yeah.
And that dude, Scott Foster.
Yep.
So, I heard, so the beef started. They said the beef with them started about 7-8 years ago when Chris Paul's oldest son was like he was at obviously one of Chris games, and Scott Foster's roughing the game. Now, I guess Chris Paul's son is in the back in the tunnel. He's dribbling the basketball. You know what I mean? Like just doing his thing in the tunnel. Like his pop played with the squad, so I guess kids probably has access to do that. And they said after the game, the referee crew was on one of them little, like little go-kart Jones riding through the little tunnel to their car, and he was in the driveway or in the roadway dribbling. So they said Scott Foster says to him, yo, get the fuck out the road. Get your little ass out the road or some shit. Like, and cussed at him. And I would have to assume that Chris Paul's son went back and told his pop. And then they was like, since that day, and then that moment, Chris Paul wanted to put hands on him, you know what I mean, for obviously talking to his son like that. And they said their relationship obviously has been what it's been since then. And every game, they said one time the boy Scott Foster came up to him and told him, "Yo, you know you're 0-10 against me, when roughing your game." And he said, Chris looked at him like, "What?" And then after the game, he was 0-11. So he was pretty much just letting him know, like, bro, you're not winning any game that I rep. You know what I mean? I'm either going to throw you, I'm gonna throw you out the game, or I'm gonna give you a tech. It's going to mess with your mental, get you all off the game. You ain't going to be the same player, and boom, you lose the game. Yo, these referees, even players were saying that why this boy not fired because
Yeah.
of the personal attack that he's doing against Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul don't
Right.
have a chance. No, he is 0, and I think they said 0-14 or 15 lifetime against that boy. Yo,
Right.
like
That's gonna
that don't make no sense.
That's gonna go right into that topic we started off last week. But you know what I mean. I don't even want to get into it because I know we're gonna go in on it, and I want Tone to be part of that one because that's on all sports where I feel like they got the ability to impact the game with calls and stuff like that, and not so much a script, but hey, we're gonna call ticky tack fouls and stuff like that. But we'll see how that goes.
And yeah, I'm about to skate. But when I get to the spot, if y'all still on, man, you know what I mean. I'm gonna get back on this joint, man, and then just y'all fill me in where y'all at, and we go from there.
You got it,
All
man.
right, man. Be
All right,
safe,
man.
man.
Hold it
Be
down,
safe.
yes sir, yes sir.
Go Birds.
A lot
Just had
going
to,
on over there.
just had to throw that in there before you left,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I almost.
What's going on, peoples?
Pop that video on while you're down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we gotta hack the jumbotron.
yeah, I was about took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say the same thing.
Where's this man?
Pop
at?
that shit during halftime. Pop that shit during halftime. Oh, you hear someone, who the fuck is that guy?
Oh man. All right, let's get back into our NFL talk. So may give Tone some time to get back to our NBA talk. All right, so Kev, normally our stat man.
Yeah.
I know you're ready. I'm about to go ahead and put all this on you when it comes to information. So let's go and talk about the teams that we predicting to make it into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So I know offhand, just looking at the NFC wise, obviously the Eagles, number one at 10-1.
Yes.
You have the Dallas Cowboys at 8-3.
Yes.
You
have San Fran, Detroit, and Dallas at 8-3.
Yeah, I was just about to go and say that. You have Atlanta that's still leading the division
at 5-6.
Can't believe that division is going to be a representation in the playoffs in one of those for one of those teams in that division. 5-6. Okay. And right now, this is like this. The wild card, almost guaranteed, the wild card team is going to have a better record than whatever team that wins the division that Atlanta's in.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is the playoffs as of the end of week 12. This is how it will go. For the NFC, all right, you got the Eagles, number 1 seed, so they get their bye. The 7th seed, Minnesota Vikings, travel to San Fran. They would be the number 2 seed.
Okay.
And then Seattle is the 6th seed. They would go to Detroit. They would be the 3rd seed. And then Dallas will travel to Atlanta. So, okay. And then in the
That's
hunt, you got the Packers at 8, Rams 9, Saints 10, and Buccaneers 11.
So that's the NFC side. Give us the AFC side.
So the AFC, Baltimore would be the number 1 seed and get their bye. Then the 7th seed would go to the Colts. They would go to Arrowhead, take on the Chiefs. They would be the 2nd seed. The 6th seed Browns would go to the 3 seed Jacksonville Jaguars. And then the 5th seed, the Pittsburgh Steelers, would go to Miami to take on the Dolphins, who are the 4th seed. In the hunt, you got Houston at the 8th seed, Broncos at the 9 seed, Bills at 10, Cincinnati at 11.
Okay. Out of those teams that you're seeing and that you're reading and that you heard, Joel, give me the surprise one. I got some surprise teams that's in my head that's in the hunt that I'm like, get the heck out of here. I would never have expected that.
I mean, Minnesota jumps out. They lost this week, but Minnesota jumped out. I mean, that whole NFC South is crazy. I mean, you had one of the coaches get fired. I mean, Frank Wright. I mean, they went 1-10. But I mean, to me, like the most surprising one would probably be the NFC South division, and Minnesota. Like that division right there. Like, I mean, like I was picked hoping freaking the Fields had a crazy year, but I mean they can't get it together. They're last in the division, but I mean, man, I think that's the surprise. And then probably the one where everybody counted them out was them Denver Broncos, man. I mean, Russell Wilson. I mean, they look like they got something going on and they got something to prove, but I mean, Kev on cue.
That's right.
They ride, bro.
That's right.
See what's happening with them. But those are 2 teams though. I mean, Minnesota, they lost, like I said, they just lost on Monday night. But Denver probably is the most eye-opening one as of right now.
Mine's 2. Especially the way that they started off this year. No, we literally just went ahead and washed our hands with them. It was like, all right, they're done. Like right in the beginning, it was like, all right, we're done. We ain't watching this. Like, no, we ain't worrying about them. But then out of nowhere, they just came from just the depths of where they were. And it feels like we have Russell that's actually playing like the Russell that we know. You know what I mean? It feels like it's like he's not trying to be somebody else. You know what I mean? He's actually playing his game. And Sean Payton is actually allowing him to now. It's kind of scary how things turn.
So here's the deal. I mean, you look at the last 4 weeks with Denver. Kansas City, win. Buffalo, win. Hard-fought division. Well, not the division because they played Minnesota, but Minnesota was one of them teams that were hot, and they beat them. And then the number 1 defense in the league with Cleveland, and they beat Cleveland. So they managed to beat the last 5 wins. I mean, the 5th win going back 5 weeks was Green Bay. But, you know, and you could say, you know, whatever with that team. But, I mean, you got real 4 impressive wins where you got KC, Buffalo, Minnesota, and Cleveland. And then probably the most rewarding thing is going to be, I mean, they got Houston this week. They got a real shaky Chargers team. They got Detroit, where that's going to be one of their tough games. Then they got New England, Chargers again, and then the Raiders. So they got a favorable schedule, if you ask me, where I look at only maybe splitting with the Chargers and Houston and Detroit being them tough 2, you know, the tough 2 games where they got to prove themselves because those are away games. But I think they got a favorable schedule, and like you said, man, I think he's letting Russ be Russ, and they looking at what's working out. And shit, shout out to Kev. I mean, he called it at the beginning of the year that, you know, he was thinking that Russ would get back to where he was. It didn't look good in the beginning. And instead of Judy is more Sutton, and you know he's spreading the ball a little bit more. But they got it together, man. Shout out to them.
That's right. To me, the shocker, I mean, it's Houston for me. I mean, we all expected Houston to be maybe 5-6 wins at best this year. Getting another high draft pick to get CJ Stroud some help. But I mean, shout out to D'Amico Ryans. I mean, the dude obviously has played the game. So if you get a player as your head coach and understands the game and can get you the play at 100% every week, I mean, he gives me Mike Tomlin vibes where he just won't take an L as an answer. I mean, these kids like to play for him. It's showing. Obviously, they lost this past week. That kind of just shows that they're gonna be hit. CJ Stroud and Trevor Lawrence rivalry is gonna be a long time, and I can't wait to see more of that. It's gonna be back and forth every year, and it's gonna be fun to watch. But it also proves that they're gonna be there, but they're not there yet, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, it would be Houston, but the one that's not on here, I mean, we said last week, I mean, it's the Chargers. Well, once again, on paper, you expect them to at least battle to get into the dance, but they're not even in the hunt, and that's a shame because Justin Herbert is a great quarterback, and they got talent over there. It's just, I don't know if it's the head coach. That's just, I don't know what's going on over there. I'm hearing rumors that if they don't go nowhere, he's going to be out the door, which is the smart thing to do. But yeah, it's a shame for the 30 fans they have in the world. Sorry.
They have 20, 30.
Dude, I'm not
All right,
trying
35.
I'm not trying to call you out, but do you really think Herbert is a great quarterback, though?
Ooh.
Okay. I wouldn't say he's not top 5. I'd put him in top 10.
Really?
I don't know, man. I mean, dude, like, shit. We was messing around with Solar Kurt, but I mean, you just see a difference there. Like, I mean, dude, and I was a Herbert fan. I'm just like looking. I just don't see like the it factor. Like, I think he's a real conservative quarterback that's not going to make mistakes, not going to hurt you, but he's not going to take the bull by the horns and, like, win you a fucking game, bro. Like, it just drives me crazy.
Now,
like,
take back to what I said
really
about
like the way
D'Amico
that
Ryans.
team is. Yeah, I really like the way that team is built and stuff like that. But you see, but what I'm saying is you see the it factor and that competitiveness with Stroud. Like, yo, I'm going to go win it. We're going to go drive down the field and set him up for a field goal to tie. Shit, he missed the kick. It hit the freaking upright. But you know what I mean? Like, the crossbar. But he, like, dude, I just don't see it like that competitiveness or that it factor with Herbert, man. And I was a huge fan with him, about him, since he's been out. I'm just starting to question that, man. Like, he just probably doesn't have like that gene in him, man. I don't know. It's weird to me. Every year I'm like, this is it. Chargers gonna be good. This is it. No, nope. Like it's like you want to like kind of like you looking at heading into the season, what teams added, pieces they added, and what they got an offensive coordinator that's pass happy and stuff like that. So you're like, damn, this is formula for freaking Jay to go crazy, and nah, it just never came, true or whatever. But I mean, I'm at that side where he just doesn't have it, and it's just he'll have like one or two games where it's like, all right, but like you look at what team it was done, or busted plays or something like that. I think is a little bit more hidden. I mean, that's my take on it. I don't know if you got anything, Larry.
Look, he has everything that you want your team to have. When he has a borderline Hall of Famer wide receiver in Keenan Allen, if he wasn't injured as much or as many times as he was, we actually could be talking Hall of Fame type credentials because he's that good. You have one of the most premier running backs in the game right now that can catch the ball out of the backfield as well as give you about 12 to 1,500 yards a year. Premier running back in the game right now, and Eckler. And then you have Mike Williams that when he's playing, he looks like Megatron, but he gets hurt like Megatron in the movies. Like he just get beat up and hurt. That's just what you do. So but when you look at what the team has, they have everything. So it's like, all right, what's the missing factor here? I know I'm pretty sure, for example, I'm pretty sure that Mahomes will be killing it with Keenan Allen right now. Can you imagine?
And Eckler in the backfield with Mahomes? Are you kidding me? It would be crazy. And I'm looking at the schedule and dissecting like the games they actually won. I'm gonna give you the teams that they won. They beat Minnesota, the Raiders, prior to Antonio Pierce being the coach, which they played the Raiders again, which I'm gonna say they're gonna lose right out because it's in Las Vegas. Then they also beat New York Jets and Chicago Bears. That's their 4 wins. Anytime they play somebody that is like actually good, they just can't compete, man. They can't get the job done. And they got the Broncos 2 times. They're gonna beat New England. They got Buffalo and KC. That's the remainder of their schedule. They might win 1 game, maybe 2, the rest of the year. So you talking about a team with high expectations at 4-7 right now, possibly going to end up with 6 wins. Is crazy, and I just don't get it, man. I look at that team on paper and the moves they made and all that stuff, and I mean it. Right now, they're like Kev just mentioned it with D'Amico. They better hope it's a coaching issue because if not, they're going to be on a restart, a rebuild, like faster than you would think with all those pieces. And then he mentioned Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's having a phenomenal year, but he's getting up there and he might have maybe 1, maybe 2, and the rookie they drafted doesn't look like he's it. So we're going to see. And the same thing with Eckler. That's why they didn't want to pay him. And he's up there in age too, and he's knocking on the door. That team is pretty close to getting blown up, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's like I said. I mean, there was just no fire. Like when they play, it looks like they're just going through the motions. And again, it could be coaching. It could be them. I don't know. I mean, granted, the last few years, I mean, they haven't had one of the best safeties in the game with Derwin James. He's been out for injuries. Bosa, unfortunately, can't stay on the field a lot either. And yeah, I mean, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are another ones that can't stay healthy, even though Keenan Allen has been healthy the last couple of seasons. It's Mike Williams has been out. It's just unfortunate, but I think it's really the head coach and the coaching back there. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Right, and you did have Eckler hurt in the beginning of the year. You did have Mike Williams go out, which happens every year. But, I mean, I just think – I don't know, man. I think, for me, Justin Herbert, and I bought into it, so I'm guilty of it. But I think he's overrated, man. I mean, that's just – and I don't think he has the it factor. I think you got some quarterback I mean, you mentioned D'Amico Ryans, but he got Stroud. Stroud, you see, like – that competitiveness, no, we're coming back. We're gonna win this game, and I just don't see that with the Chargers, man. And it really hurts my head, man, because on paper, every year I'm like, man, this might be the year where they dethrone the Chiefs. Nope. No. And it happens again.
No. Nope. And once again, look at one roster compared to the other. Like it shouldn't be a question. No, definitely the Chargers should be giving everybody that work, and it's just does not work.
Against the Chiefs offensively, the only positions the Chiefs can say we have the better position is quarterback and tight end.
Right. And Everett's not a slouch either, man. Gerald Everett is like, he's efficient. Like, I wouldn't say he's like top tier, but he's in that middle and just beneath that top tier. You know what I mean? He runs great routes. He's blocking. You know, he's doing his thing, and he's definitely a threat. Especially if you got those other weapons around him. Like, I mean, you could sleep on him and he'll get you some points.
Yeah, it's that team shouldn't be struggling the way that they are. But I mean, especially, and once again, I understand why the hype train was on Herbert. I get it. Stereotypical. He has all the measurables that you're looking for. Tall quarterback, crazy arm, efficient, extremely accurate. But you can't teach having that dog mentality, having that Mamba mentality. You can't teach it. You gotta just be in it, and it's just not. It's or if it is there, it's being muffled down for some reason, and we don't know yet. And once again, that could be a coach thing, just like y'all said.
They better hope is a coach thing, because if not, they're oh man, it's a complete reset. It's blow up the team. Herbert's not it. Eckler's old. Keenan Allen's old.
Wow.
Mike Williams stay getting hurt. I'm like, shit, what the hell? Everything is coming down hot and heavy over there, man. I mean, they better hope it's a coaching issue, because at this point, if it's not, I mean, that's what they're looking at. You know what I mean?
I want to know what Andy Reid coaching tree player they're going to have coaching that team next year. It's going
right.
Andy Reid pupil is all over the league right now, man. It's going to be another Andy Reid guy, guaranteed. But that Houston team is my other surprise team, just like you said, Kev. I'm with you. CJ Stroud is that last game. I happened to catch that game, the game that they lost, but lost last minute. His devastation on his face.
That's the competitor that I'm talking about. That's what, dude. If my team loses, that's what you want to see. That hurt and that, like, bro, like, damn, I let my team down. I'm mad as hell that I lost. That's what, dude. I wasn't a fan of Stroud, man. That dude's my fantasy quarterback right now. I'm happy I got him, and that dude is doing the damn thing, man. And shout out to him. Whatever formula worked, whether it was D'Amico Ryans or not, or bringing them along, whatever, man, it's working. And even though that was a tough loss, man, I can't believe that ball hit the crossbar like it did. But that team is, man, they're gonna be a problem next year, dude.
Yeah, man,
they're gonna be a problem.
He's doing it with rookie receivers too. That's another thing you gotta look at. It's not veterans out there. It's rookies.
Damian Pierce, 2 years in the league? Like, come on, dude. They're going to keep adding to that. Oh, man. And just like you said, like, the word's getting out. He's going to continue to get people to go over there and play with him just because of the type of coach he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to them, man. They're going to be definitely the best damn team in Dallas. In Texas, I should say. Tone will like that one.
Yeah, he would love that one.
He's definitely going to be the best quarterback after next year.
Yeah. So, all right. So, prediction-wise, I kind of see when it comes to the playoffs, at least NFC-wise, exactly what you see right now is exactly how it's going to end. I don't see any surprises, anything there. I mean, when it comes to the Eagles, I really believe that the Eagles is not going to let go of their number one position. I think my boys is going to hold on to everything that we're saying that they're going to hold on to, especially if we get that dub this Sunday. It really does not matter what happened in Dallas, because you got to look at it from the point of view, we still got the Giants twice. They already packed up their bags already. They already put their stuff in the locker and trash bags and already sent it home. Those guys are already done. You know what I mean? We have them. Depending on what happens tomorrow in Dallas is going to probably determine what's going to happen with Seattle. So they may be packing that thing up as well. No, I really don't see more than 3 losses within the rest of this year when it comes to Eagles. I don't. That could be the fan talking, but I don't see it.
Nah, I mean, to me, our possible 2 losses in the next 2 weeks. And
Right.
like Kev said before we hopped on, I'm thinking we're going to go 50-50. We win this week, we lose next week. We win this week. We lose this week, we'll win next week. So I think it's just going to be a coin flip. But
I don't see them losing back-to-back games.
nah, not this team. This team is just, dude, it's a good problem for us to have. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree. Well, a good problem to have, us being too good. And, this past week was major for me when it comes to seeing the players and how they feel about each other. Because did you see the thing with Brandon Graham?
Well, it's that, Brandon Graham, it's everybody. Because, they hear the outside noise. They say they don't listen to it. They don't see tweets. They don't see social media. They do. And, dude, the best 2 things that happened this week was, 1, us becoming the underdogs for leading into this game. And then 2, the way we've been handling it as a team. You saw Bradbury, how he just professionally just shoots down all that Debo smack talk. And they've been, dude, I told Kev before we even started, I said, you know what I think is going to happen? Everybody not saying nothing on this team. Everybody's looking at each other. They know what has to happen. They know they know the groundwork that's laid out for them. They know what needs to be done. And they're just going to take care of business just like how they've been doing for every single game, minus the Jets game. And they're playing up to the competition. And them being the underdogs and knowing what's at stake. And like I said, if they win this week and next week, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They might as well go take a vacation and wait to see who they play because it is a wrap. And I seriously think, man, Kev was saying a blowout during the Chiefs game, I believe.
Yeah.
Dude, I won't be surprised if we win at least by 2 touchdowns this week, man. And I know that's crazy to say.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But what I'm saying is the reason why I'm saying it is because of the fact that this team knows what's at stake. So you're gonna have the defense show up. You're gonna have and the other thing that I mentioned too prior for us before we hopped on was the fact that Lane Johnson sat out. It was the perfect game for him to sit out because last week we barely got by the game. He was efficient, filling in. And now, he should be ready to roll. We might get Goddard back. So now it's a problem. And, we didn't have DeAndre Swift last year. So now let's get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they said if Goddard doesn't play this week, he'll probably be 100% ready for Dallas next week.
Right. He's playing this week.
I don't know. He didn't practice today.
And
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. And no, he's going to be playing this week. I can almost guarantee it. Because why even mention it right now? You know what I mean? It should have been like, all right, we're going to do what we have to do. He's going to prepare himself for next week. And that's it. But no, not at all. All of a sudden, it's like, it's possible that he can play this week. What? What? How are you ahead of schedule like that? Well, you're not Aaron Rodgers. You shouldn't be ahead of schedule like that. But
that's crazy.
Hey, it's whatever. It's whatever. We can use him because man, it felt like he was definitely missing. You don't think that his his emergency guy not being there will hurt him so much. And I think that's the reason why they suffered the last couple of games, especially in the first half, because his security blanket was gone. Whenever everything else is tight all around, wide receiver wise being doubled when it comes to AJ, over the top is maybe available when it comes to Devontae. But no matter what, Dallas Goedert has always been there as their security blanket. He can make the play. He can find a way to get open, and there you go. He wasn't there, so you see struggle.
Or even for protection purposes as well. You know what I mean? So
you definitely missed him. Also, when you're passing, you miss him in the middle of the field.
Right.
So that's probably also why AJ's got a lot of looks.
Right.
Look,
I mean, he would have been there. Lane Johnson would have been there. And for the life of me, man, I mean, we touched on it a little bit. The only time DeAndre Swift should be off the field is when he needs a breather. And you see the running back going like, come on in, bring in the hook. I need a breather. Man, dude, Gainwell, thank you for everything you've done for us. I appreciate you. Austin Scott, same thing. Penny, you never even been on the field, but there should not be any reason why DeAndre Swift is off the field or lined up in the third down formation. Like, unless he's taking himself out the game. Please, Nick Sirianni, Johnson, make this happen. Like, I'm just done with it. That's the only mistake that I feel like we've been doing. And hopefully this week they utilize them just like they did in the Minnesota game. And, oh, man, I just can't wrap my head around why we're not doing that. But please, let that man be on the field. He's the only one calling for a sub. Please.
I mean, we've been using him a lot for the passing game as well. They've been lining him up as a receiver a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And having Kenny or Boston Scott in the backfield.
But they only been doing that because of the loss of Dallas.
Right. And my thing is, though, like, I'm just being real. Like, if I'm a defense and I see Kenny Gainwell out there, I'm like, that does not pose a threat of screenplay, coming out the backfield for a pass, whatever it is, running the actual route, or getting the ball handed out. Dude, he makes people miss that first contact. He's blowing right through it. Like, he's just a phenomenal pickup that we got, and we're not utilizing him as much as we should. And, man, it just drives me crazy. That's the only thing that I got beef with the Eagles. Like, dude, like, come on, man. He needs to be on the field unless he's taking himself out.
I just want to just put it out there that we literally turned this podcast into an Eagles talk.
I mean, that's what happens.
That's what happens when you 10-1. And although the NFL and all the people out there ain't giving them the love that they deserve, man. And Tone's not here, so he would have like, hey, wait. But man.
So there you go. That's the end of our Eagles talk. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
It's never going to be end of that talk because it's go figure that the top of the world in the NFL right now is all going right through Philadelphia, and we're still not getting. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I got you. No, we're saying this first talk. No, we're saying it's because this may be a potential NFC divisional or championship preview.
Absolutely.
There you go.
No, look, it makes sense. Everything, us talking Philadelphia and San Fran right now is major because you're right. This could be the preview of what we had last year, or if we go ahead and take care of business, which is what I think we're going to, we may actually see the downfall of San Fran officially.
Oh,
yeah, they've been hyping up all year for this game.
Right, and I feel like all the moves that they made was specifically just to go after this team. We're getting Chase Young, picking one of the players that was on our team, Will Hargraves, and they just salty as hell. They got their ass whooped last year, and I can't wait, dude. Oh man, I can't wait for this week
Fam,
because there's nothing being said. One more end. That's what I keep. Man, I mean, and then to add insult to injury, we're the underdog at home.
at home.
Being the best team in the NFL, like yeah, how we won them ain't phenomenal or anything, but still, I mean, you saw Jalen Hurts of the second half. Imagine he does that a full game. I mean, dude. Besides that D line, I'm not really scared of that. The defensive backs, not up against AJ Brown and Devontae, and don't let Goddard play. So, I mean,
That's what me and Joel were saying up before we start. We're like, could you imagine? Because all year, every game, it's like they all say the same thing. Oh, we haven't played our best game yet. Could you imagine this is the game? This is the game they say, oh yeah, I think we played our best game.
and like I said, I won't be surprised because of the fact that we've literally been playing to the level of the competition, and nobody's saying nothing. I just like picturing this team in the locker room, looking at each other, giving them like time to get to work and make a statement. Oh, we the underdogs at home? Oh, okay. No problem. Note taken. Loving every minute of it. And dude, they just need to put in that work this week, man. And like you said, Kev, like I think if we win this week, we're gonna lose to Dallas next week. You know, that might be that semi-trap game because we all got up for the San Fran game, but hopefully that's not the case. I want to beat their ass too.
Yeah.
I don't want us to lose until we're resting everybody.
Right.
Yeah. That's just reality. I want us to rock out and just destroy everybody that's there, including San. Oh God, please San Fran. Please San Fran. And to be honest with you, let's go Seattle.
Could you imagine? I mean, it probably won't happen, but could you really imagine?
It's not going to happen.
I know, but let's just do a hypothetical up there.
Do a hypothetical. Tone ain't going to want to see us if they lose to Seattle.
Now, all right, how about this? Let's say hypothetical. What are we thinking if we don't lose another game until the last week of the season?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right.
Go 16. Well, it goes. Oh, you talking like have us go like 15-2?
Talk about this gauntlet that we're going through.
Family, we already smashing this gauntlet. There's nothing they can say. We're at the end of this gauntlet, and we're undefeated through this gauntlet, and they're still not getting the respect. We're literally approaching another Kelsey speech talking about how no one likes us and we don't care.
Yeah. And now they're saying, oh, if Hurts the MVP, you know, he's not built and looked like an MVP candidate player. I just don't see it. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Like what are you looking at? That's my biggest question. Like, what exactly are you looking at? What are you looking for when it comes to MVP? Like, what exactly does your MVP look like? Because anybody that still say that Mahomes right now with no wide receivers is your MVP, please explain that to me.
I was about to say
I don't get it.
You know who they want. They want Mahomes. He's the next Brady.
I mean, I'm surprised they're not even talking Lamar. Like at least
they were for a bit, but I can't do it. I can't put him up there. He could be talked, but I don't think he's. I don't think
he is balling right now, though.
Is he though?
He is.
Is he?
Really? Okay, you can't hate on the man.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
You can't hate on the man just because he don't give you good fantasy points all the daggone time. But I mean,
dude, at one point he had 10 touchdown passes throughout 11 to 10 weeks. He didn't have his bye week yet. Come on, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Okay, you're not a fan of Lamar. But
Never
I'd
have.
rather have conversations of Lamar being in that conversation than some of these other people that's now in it. But well, it's whatever. It's whatever. So we just have to, meaning the Eagles, we just have to continue to do what they're doing. So leave no doubt. Leave no doubt. At the end of the day, every single award should be given to the Philadelphia Eagles in some kind of way. MVP, Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year.
That one I can't. That too I can't do that.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
that's what I meant.
not defensive player.
No, defensive rookie.
Head coach to me. If the Texans make the playoffs, I'm giving it the Ryans.
You're getting the Ryans, right? And offensive rookie of the year is going to be Stroud.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Him and Dell will be going head to head. Tank Dell.
Oh God. So
he's a receiver.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he is. And ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all right. So do we want to go over the predictions for this week?
Yeah, let's go.
Sure.
Did Tone send his in?
I mean, I could text him now, but I thought he'd be back by now, in all honesty.
Right. Yeah, because we an hour in already, so.
Exactly. I'm glad we had a chance to go ahead and have him on first. You know what I mean? Let him go ahead.
No, he definitely hopped on, and then for the talk that we had a teaser with from last week, I mean, I really wanted Tone to talk about it, so we could save that for next week too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a deep enough conversation that no matter what,
right?
Because that's on and on,
that's going to take a minute. Right.
Yeah. A good conversation is going to be having next week, because guaranteed we're going to be on here next week. Guaranteed we're going to be back next week on Wednesday, as we record this every single Wednesday, on average around 9:30 ish.
And the Eagles 11-1. Dude,
we talked it, man. Yo, in the beginning of the season, Tone thought we was crazy because we literally said, "Yeah, that's a W. Yeah, that's a W. Yeah, I don't see us losing them. That's a W." And look, I'm not going to call us Nostradamus, but I'm saying,
right. The crazy one is Buffalo too, at 500.
Yo, and it's funny because I remember the whole entire year, Tone just kept saying, like,
the training camp. I'm letting you know right now. This just dropped. This is the Joel bomb. Just the Woj bomb.
Tone was literally saying, like,
during mini camp, he's gonna be in Dallas.
All right, so I texted him the games. I'll see if he responds, but
gotcha. If anything, we can add it. We can just add it to, to our list. And
do you have the records from last week? Because
I do not, Kev, because I was not there.
Okay.
Ooh, I think I only lost one.
Remember, I was not here last week, Kev. So I'll put that on you. I'll put that on your shoulders, sir. Did you fail us and not write it down?
Yeah.
You failed us?
I failed just.
Oh, come on, Kev.
I'm sorry.
Damn, Kev.
Come on, man. All right, so you're making me have more work. So I got to figure this thing out next week for both weeks. And I'll make sure I get the math right, too, Joel.
I'm just saying. I mean, your phone has a calculator, right?
My calculator works. I don't know why my math is always wrong.
We only pick 5 games, dude. Is one hand.
Yeah.
3-2, 4-1. Like, come on.
It's been long days. I don't It's been long days.
Tone be the one to catch it. Wait.
Yeah.
Yo, he be staring at it too. He'd be like,
yeah. Wait. Something's not right. There's an extra game.
all right, he just gave me his teams. He goes at the end because I didn't put the Thursday night game because we all know where we're going. He's like, you're not choosing the game for tomorrow. I'm like, we all know where we're going with the game tomorrow, bro. Come on now.
All right, so that was done.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all going Dallas here. He said, what game of the way?
Games you doing Sunday?
All right. Some of these are not great. Let's go with the two teams we were just talking about. Denver travels to Houston, take on the Texans. Texans are 3.5-point favorites.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I like that for them. Oh, dang, that one's tough.
Yeah.
Should I go with the hot hand or the team that took a last minute? Dude, I like Houston, man. I'm taking Houston.
Wow.
I'm rocking out with them. They got to get that get right game. I think they're gonna come out hot. I don't really like Denver's defense like that, and I think that's gonna pose a problem for them.
I'm picking Houston as well.
Tone is taking Denver.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Let's ride.
Broncos.
Kev can't go against it because he says let's ride all the time.
I can't.
Hey, Kev.
I know.
Hey, Kev.
I know.
He's going, let's ride with Stroud.
Yeah. I'll damn. These are both teams they're trying to get in the dance. Fuck, man.
This is a tough one.
CJ Pat Surtain's gonna be on one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, either on Nico or Tank Dell. So Nico, he still got Schultz and Pierce back. Come on, man. Let's ride with Stroud.
All right, yeah. Give me the home team.
Houston, it is.
All right. Well, we already talked about it, but San Fran at Philly. San Fran's 3-point favorites. Tone has taken San Fran there last.
I like that for him.
Shocker.
He took Buffalo last week. I appreciate you.
Yeah, give me Philly. Give me the home team. I said it during our schedule predictions. I said we win this game. I also did say we would lose to the Chiefs and beat the Bills, but
Uh-huh.
I had us losing to the Bills.
well, I'm glad we're both wrong.
Yeah. All right, man.
I'm assuming Philly all the way across, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. For us.
Uh-huh.
All right, then. Oh, God. Sunday Night Football. I don't know why this is a Sunday night game. Chiefs travel to Green Bay. Take on the Packers. Chiefs are 6-point favorites. Yeah.
Chiefs for me.
I'll take KC on this one. So is Tone. Larry.
Larry said, go Packers.
No.
Go Packers.
Even though we were all surprised last Thursday on Thanksgiving, they got the win on that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
that was shocking.
bogus. That was so bogus.
That was shocking.
And last game, Monday night, I understand why they did this game because they didn't expect the quarterback to get hurt. But Bengals travel to Jacksonville. Jacksonville 8-point favorites, excuse me.
That's who I'm rolling with.
Jackson. Yeah, give me Jacksonville, please.
They
Like I said,
roll
I understand why they did this game, but they didn't expect Burrow to get hurt.
Yeah.
They ain't losing to a quarterback named Brownie, bro.
I don't think any team in the league is losing to a quarterback named Browning. That's terrible.
Man. Dude, I'm
Tones
so
taking
pissed
Jacksonville
about
as
that.
well, Larry.
I'm so pissed about Joe Burrow getting hurt just because I got Chase on my fantasy league. I'm like, damn, who the hell they got? Brownie. Little Debbie's Brownie with the sprinkles. What the hell?
Oh my
That little
God.
Debbie's. Man.
Joe Flacco coming back.
Woo!
See what happens. Joe Flacco. He gonna be like, see, Jex, you need a knee.
Joe Flacco. Hey, Super Bowl winner. Can't bust on him too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. He was a Philly.
Ray Lewis did that for him.
You ain't lying.
That defense did that for him.
And freaking Ed Reed.
Ed Reed. The beast, the monster. Ed Reed. All right, look. What a fantastic episode that we just had. Talking about the vibe over in Dallas for the Dallas Cowboys game versus the Seattle Seahawks tomorrow. Tomorrow, meaning Thursday night football. Talked a whole lot of birds because we are number one. I got Jalen Hurts jersey is a 1.
Good job.
Thank you. And we talked the good old predictions and surprises and shockers. So, what a great episode, gentlemen. I appreciate y'all guys' time as always. Any last words?
No, just saying thank you for watching. Subscribe. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Don't be shy. Put in the comments what you guys want us to talk about. And flag was fly, baby.
My man. Joel.
Now, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving with their families and all that good stuff. We're right back at it with you guys. And go Birds, baby. Let's go. Let's do what it do.
Look, as some of y'all guys may already know or seen, that we're connecting this live broadcast that we're having right now on YouTube as well as my Facebook. So more Facebook connections is going to be put out there when it comes to the GNT Sports Talk as well as the GNT Geek Talk. So you're going to see more content on both Facebook as well as YouTube. We will try to put more stuff out there on other platforms as well. So we want to try to reach out to all y'all guys in every kind of way. That's our plan, and that's what we're going to do. So, look, we thank y'all guys so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate y'all guys' time, y'all guys' attention, and give us that insight, man. Give us your point of view. Tell us, hey, look, Larry, what you said was stupid. I'm good with that, but let me hear it so we can go ahead and comment on it and go ahead and put you into our next broadcast because y'all guys have a voice just like us. So it's time for y'all guys' voices to be heard as well. So thank y'all guys so much for everything, for all your time. Until next time, GNT out.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.